Hello, welcome back to the Alliance Tournament Commentary Booth. I'm CCP Rise here with CCP Dolan. We're about to watch Agony Empire versus Rote Kapelle in the losers bracket. Both these teams need to win to move on. And what sort of stuff have they brought?
So Agony Empire says, you know all those triple Hyperion steps that have lost literally every single time they were brought? We're actually going to win with it. So they've brought triple Hyperions with a strong support wing. Rote Kapelle's brought their first shield setup of the entire tournament. There's a sort of a secret going on that potentially Bach and Brent may have written this on a napkin while drinking a few nights ago. Here is double Fleet Typhoons with Basilisk and Myrmidon support and double healers as well. So it's going to be interesting to see this as it starts off. Will Hyperions be able to reclaim their pride?
I don't think so. I really like Rote's setup here. Unlike the other Fleet Foons we've seen today, these Rote Kapelle Foons are going to be kiting Foons. You can see here they're going to head straight away from the Agony team at the start of the match. Sentries are going to get dropped by the Helas, and the Fleet Foons are going to be Cruise Foons. So if there's one ship in the game that's really good to kite, it's Hyperions. They really need to be close to you, and they're very slow.
And Rote Kapelle is already going for the headshot on the Oneros. They say, we don't really want to get into protracted DPS battle with Hyperions, triple Hyperions with an Oneros on the field. So they're going to wipe the reps off the field immediately. But the Oneros is stabilized in half armor.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see if he continues to drop as these volleys come in.
Yeah, of course, there's no tackle on him yet. That would help a lot to slow him down. But the support wing for Rote Kapelle isn't super strong. Merlins and Kestrels are just fine, but they're probably there more to supply damps, tracking disruptors, or maybe remote support for their own ships than they are to be like a bruiser assault frig wing like we've seen a lot of teams bring. And Oneros is still tanking that Rote damage just fine.
That would be some heavy rep drones or medium rep drones surrounding him in cloud from those Hyperions, almost certainly.
Wow, and Hyperions have now closed on one of the Fleet Foons. Bob Shaftos is drenched in Hyperions at this point. We'll have to see if he's able to
I don't
tank.
even want to imagine that, being drenched in Hyperions. Anyway, so we have Enyo taking damage for Agony Empire as this Fleet Foon is not stabilizing in low shield. He's getting slammed. He's not receiving any reps. We've maybe got a lucky jam or too much cap pressure or damps, any one of those on the Basilisk. They're just putting all the EOR they can on him.
So at Rote, switching their attack now, they couldn't break the Oneros. They've got damage on both an Enyo and on one of the Hyperions. They're having a lot more luck with the Hyperion than they did with the Oneros. There's no reps on the Hyperion, and there's damps on the Oneros. So I assume that's the problem. We'll see if the Oneros can close range and get reps on that Hype before he goes down. But for now, Rote doing a good job taking him out. But at the meantime, Fleet Typhoon #1 about to drop.
Yeah, Bob has been actually holding an armor for way longer than he should, but he's about to go down. There he goes. We'll have to see if the Hyperion's
Reps on the
DPS
Hype.
hold as the reps land on the Hyperion of Galavidia. And Basilisk tackled, neuted for the Rote Kapelle team. Rory potentially in trouble. If he goes down, I can't see a big comeback happening on this Hyperion. The Hyperion's holding now for Agony Empire. If he holds and stays, there's not going to be any more breaking anything in this Agony Empire setup. Enyo's strong resist can hold from this Torp Fire with reps from the Oneros. And he is taunting structure.
Rote's still not out of this for sure. The support wing for Agony is working on that Basilisk, but he's doing fine for now. In the meantime, the Hyperion for Agony is still taking damage, and things like the Oneros for Agony getting neutralized could easily flip this quickly. If they're able to shut reps off for just a second, which actually just happened, they could totally finish off this Hyperion, which might just happen. And that would even things up, battleship for battleship, and we still have a good fight in our hands.
Okay,
wow,
there we
go.
go.
He goes.
Galavidia dropping in for Agony Empire. And not trading anything back in the meantime, just a Merlin taking some damage. Basilisk has been up on the reps even with all that EOR pressure on him. We have to see what the next primary for Rote Kapelle is going to be.
And the next primary for Agony. I'm not sure what the Hyperions are shooting. It looks like one of the Hyperions at least has now closed on the Basilisk and is going to start going to work on him. We'll have to see where the other Hyperion is at. It looks like he's still stuck over where the first one died. So Eomar is webbed and is going to have a really hard time getting to that Basilisk. Wow, Rote just lost a Kestrel kind of out of the blue there. Switching targets really fast by that Enyo wing. Maybe they gave up on the Basilisk and they're going to try to work on some of the support.
Yeah, but look at the TDs. The TDs are really telling a big story here on these Hyperions. Like, if they don't have tracking computers in their mids, they are in big trouble hitting anything that isn't the Fleet Foon. Even a webbed Basilisk is still not going to be taken. They're still going to be missing out on some DPS.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it looks like Agony is getting more and more committed to killing support. They just killed another Merlin. And I like that approach. I think that that could do things like make the Basilisk more vulnerable to the ECM pressure that's on him, or the damps that are on him. It also just gives their Frigwing more freedom to do what it wants. In the meantime, an Incursus is now taking a bunch of damage for Agony.
Yeah, and look, see, like, once the reps aren't landing, these Hyperions are breaking. If there's no reps on these Hyperions, they're going to break in a decent amount of time. And they're catching reps at half armor. Like, if he doesn't hold, they've just wasted a ton of time they could have been repping.
So Neros is really struggling. I think the cap pressure is starting to add up, and he's just having a really hard time keeping cycles active. I don't know if it's range also because of the damps, but the neutralizers alone, I think, are starting to really take a toll. Support is still going down, though. Another Merlin went down for Rote Kapelle. Agony up on points right now. They look like they're having a really hard time keeping this other Hyperion up, though, and if they lose that, they're going to be in really bad shape.
Yeah, single Hyperion doesn't really do much. We've said before the Hyperion has to be fitting tracking computers and ECCM in its mids. Actually, no ECCM effects for these Hyperions, so potentially they have a little bit more E-War pressure in their mids. But
look at that Basilisk going down now. All of a sudden, his tank broke. I don't know if the Hyperion was able to start getting damage applied. Oh my gosh,
I think he probably went on
crushed.
Reload. Yeah, he is getting dunked on.
Yeah, could be on reload. Down. Wow, big kill for Agony.
Are they going to trade back for the Hyperion, though? There's no reps on him?
There's no reps. New pressure on the Oneros. Still taking toll. There's a rep cycle. Onero's probably just getting the pulse reps whenever he injects, and then he gets snooted, loses them again. There they go, drop off. But that actually counts for a lot in contrast to Rote Kapelle, who have no logistics at this point. And they've also lost another Merlin, it looks like, so they're down to just 2 support Frigs. There are 2 Gilas. It looks like a Gila's going to be the next target. There's tackle on both Gilas and the Fleet Food now. But that Hyperion for Agony could still drop.
Yeah, if he goes down, they're going to have only the Enyos left for damage, but those Enyos might be enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just
definitely...
that one Hyperion and 3 Enyos is still a ton of damage left on the field, especially with only the 3 Gilas and Myrmidon and Foon to really deal with.
Yep, and I'm really curious about why they're splitting up between the Gila and the Foon, both of them taking shield damage right now. I'm assuming that that's Friggs killing one and the Hyperion being pinned near the Foon killing it.
Elvis lives.
Oh,
there he goes.
Down.
Elvis lives, drops down. Typhoon Fleet Issue in like 25% shield. Snake O'Connor. If they can kill off the Foon Issue, there's very little damage left on the field here.
There's lots of time left, and Agony's up on points right now.
They can't kill this last Hyperion, I don't think.
They're getting a little low on damage, and yeah, they're also losing neutralizers. Without the Fleet Foons there to newt that Oneros, he's going to be able to get more cycles in. Another support ship down, though, for Agony and Incursus, now 40-38 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, they need to... I almost think they have to just say, get the Fleet Foon safe. He's scrammed, but he's not webbed. They're just sitting at 0 on each other. Why is this Fleet Foon...
That is a good question. He's not really moving.
Yeah.
It's weird that he's moving at 30, though. I wonder why that is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's going to be dead. He is, of course, shield tanked and deep in armor now. He should be going down any second. In the meantime, damage really falling off on the Agony team. They just lost an Enyo. That's definitely good, but I think they're going to lose this Foon, and they still have an Oneros and a Hyperion that they have to worry about. Like that, in the late match, they're just going to be in complete control with.
They still have a Hyperion and an Oneros and 2 Enyos to deal with no ships left.
They have some ships for now, but they're about to lose a Foon and a Gila.
Maybe
Agony Empire.
Maybe we get to see some elite Gila Myrmidon play here. No, we won't.
Gila down as well. Jeez, Agony Empire is looking so strong.
Agony Empire reclaiming the honor of the Hyperion. Like, Hyperions have just been losing every match, and teams kept bringing them. Apparently, this is why. Maybe they've been practicing with Agony, and Agony's just been crushing them with triple Hyperions.
Maybe so. All right. Well, Agony in firm control now. No, the only like main DPS ship left for Rote Kapelle is that last Gila. That's probably not enough to do anything. He can't break that Oneros. He can't break the Hyperion. He probably can't even kill an Enyo. It looks like maybe he's working on a Tristan, or maybe that's the Kestrels. But at this point, Agony has definitely won this match. They're working on that Myrmidon now, piloted by Ripperteg.
Yeah, member of this Council of Stellar Management.
Yeah.
He's actually vice chairman. Going to be coming to Iceland for the CSM Summit in August, the 28th, 29th, and 30th. I love talking about the CSM because I run the CSM. You guys can go do your game design, or I'll do my space politics. It's much nicer. So we see here Myrmidon falling into armor, going to be dropping the structure. Ripperteg, RIP in peace.
Yep. See ya.
And that's going to be...
Agony Empire looking like such a solid team. They really know what they're doing. They're going to win this match easily from this point. This was really close, though. Really, really great match fought by both teams. I feel bad for our commentator brethren, Brent and Bach, losing their hopes of having their alliance get anywhere in this tournament.
We all know they're actually fans of Hydra. They were practicing with the Hydra team beforehand, or at least Brent was. Let me actually see if I can figure out who they will be playing up against next. They'll actually be playing up against the winner of the next match.
Yeah, so Agony from here, as Bach was actually saying before we went to this match, will have to face the winner of Late Night and Footwork. So
I actually like them against both.
Yeah, we could see Agony Empire going to like losers bracket finals. It's not out of the question at all.
That would be awesome. I'm a big fan of Agony Empire.
Yep.
Great PvPers.
That's time.
Yep, that's time.
Great job, Agony Empire. Really awesome match. We'll see you next year, Rote Kapelle. And with that, we'll go back to Soundwave and everyone else in the studio.